Therefore, since we have been surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. And let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, who is the pioneer and the perfecter of faith. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross. He endured scorning and shame, and he is now sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. I want to use as a subject, we're going into June, and our ministry topic for this month is power.
All right.
We're going to deal with the power. So today I'm going to talk about the power to unload.
Let's start. All right.
Give me a second. The power to unload. Tell somebody you need the power to unload.
You need the power to unload.
Okay. There is in America. There's a search for power. Everybody is searching for power. As old as time itself, yet even in the current day newspaper, power shapes individuals, it shapes nations, it hides in churches, in titles, it hides in positions, and ultimately it hides in people. And man uses and abuses power, or use and abuse of power has shaped how we see the power of God operate in our own lives. Have to be very careful because we have been so used to power lunches, power naps, power bars, power balls, power rangers, PowerPoints, and even Power the series. That when we speak of the true power, the power of God, somehow it appears feeble, weak, and of little effect in our lives. We have been so conditioned by the world and its limited power that we have traveled the path, their path, and not God's way. We are citizens and we belong to another system. 1 Peter 2:9 says, "But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and a holy nation, that you are a peculiar people, that you will show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into the marvelous light." Give me 3 more minutes to bore you, and then I'll pick it up. So I express to you today, in order for you to be filled with power or to be filled with anything, that you must understand that God's system is not the world system. And so while they work their way up, God says you got to work your way down. You must be empty in order to find fulfillment. That your way up is your way down. In order to lay hold of it, you got to let go of it. In order to be great, you got to be a servant. In order to gain life, you got to lose your life. It is consistent that God's way of doing things is not the world's way of doing things. And so if we want the power of God to operate, we can't do what God wants. See, many of us are doing what God said our way. I'm obeying you, God, but you're not doing it his way. You're doing it your way. And you cannot get the blessing of God doing what God wants you to do, doing it your way. And so if you want a power that doesn't rise and fall with circumstances, you must follow the way of the word and not the way of the world. And therefore, we are also surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, the scripture tells us. It begins to say, let us lay aside every weight and sin that so easily besets or ensnares us. And let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. And that we ought to look unto Jesus, who is the author and the finisher of our faith. I'm almost done. Who, for the joy was set before him, he endured the cross. There are three things in this scripture that we want to pull out of here. And the first thing that I want to make sure that we pull out of the scripture is it says this. It says, let us lay aside every weight and sin. I think that the usage of words is very important, and also the order of words is important. It did not say that it was God's responsibility to lay or to remove the weight, or for him to remove the sin. It was our responsibility. I think somehow we felt that somehow God was supposed to remove this burden from us, when in reality it's not God that's supposed to move, it's you that's supposed to move. And the issue becomes is when God puts the responsibility on you, and now you have to own up to what your mess is and what you've been doing. So it says let us, that means let me, let you, amen, lay aside every weight. Now the first thing that you got to understand is weights. Now it said weight and sin, order of words. We want to focus so much on sin, but the reality is there's a whole lot of weights that's going to wear y'all out. And the fact of the matter is, if you don't get the weight out of your way, you're not going to be able to do anything. And so it is now the weights, amen, because it is unknown who necessarily wrote the book of Hebrews. And they don't think that it is necessarily Paul, because generally Paul starts off his letters with a particular greeting. And so because that greeting is absent from the book, they are skeptical that he did not necessarily write the book of Hebrews. And so it is enigma on who wrote the book of Hebrews. However, if you look at the book, you will find now that it begins to talk about simply this, that you got to lay off the sin and the weight. You got to lay off the weight and the sin. You got to lay off the sin and the weight and the sin. You got to lay it aside. You got to lay it. Okay, so maybe you don't realize that you are in. See, it begins to tell you in the next verse that you're in a race, and you got to know how to lay aside stuff, because if you don't lay it aside, it's going to be hard to run the race. And it's difficult to run a race when you got a whole lot of stuff that you got to carry. Minister Regina, would you come and be my guinea pig today and help me out? I know back in the day you used to be a track star, and I just want you to help me out here, and would you just kind of kindly glide to the door and then glide on back. It's so easy to run a race when you don't have weight and you don't have sin. But can I ask you now to take this and now run the same? And now I'm going to ask you that you got to carry this too. She looks crazy, but so do you. Because everybody can see that you're trying to dance with all this weight, and you're trying to praise with all this weight, and you're trying to give God glory with all this weight. And the fact of the matter is, you need to drop the weight and give God the scripture says you got to lay it aside. Because you've been picking up fear, and you've been picking up doubt, and you've been picking up people's opinions, and you've been picking up all this stuff. And so how you gonna run a race when you got all this stuff on you? I decree and declare that there's a weight dropping that's gonna happen in there. You can't run no race, and you trying to carry your mama's burdens. help you. And so he begins to craft now. He says, look, the book of Hebrews was written to Christians. It wasn't written to the unbeliever. It was written to believers. And these believers had weights. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Before he talked about the sin, he said, I got to deal with your weight problem. Many of you got a weight problem. Hallelujah. It was hard for you to praise him this morning because of the weights that were in your mind. I'm going to pay the bill. How is it going to happen? When are you going to do it, God? Hallelujah. But the Lord says, cast all your cares. You better learn how to throw it. Hallelujah. I don't care what it is. Cast it. Lord, I can't handle it, but you can. For your yoke is easy and your burden. Somebody shout hallelujah. Glory to God. And so he begins to tell us that the first thing that you got to do is you got to lay aside the weight and the sin, because the weight is meant to slow you down. The sin is meant to kill you. Lay it aside. And then he begins to say, he says now, let us run with endurance. Because the fact of the matter is we are in a race. I know we've been playing a bunch of videos. Can you play this video for me? Watch this. You might have to pull it over. There is a key to running. So, can you get the commentary too?
Arts. Wow. Yeah, you can see what a tremendous show of sportsmanship as you've got an athlete who can't quite make it, and they've got a team, a girl from another team trying to help her to the finish line so she can finish the race. That's what the sport is all about.
Oh my goodness. This is just incredible. The sportsmanship phenomenal as you see those final yards there. As you see Clemson and Louisville helping the Boston College runner. That's Tate and Pease. The Boston College runner can't even lift her legs right now. She'll try to cross the finish line. What a shot right here. That sacrifice of carry.
But you sacrifice your own position to help another athlete.
Listen to the commentary. You sacrifice your own position. You sacrifice your own position to help. Listen, there's many of you and you're walking around and you see folks who are struggling with the weight and you refuse to help. How dare you? The race is not given to the swift, but to the one that endureth until the end. It doesn't matter if I get there fast. It matters if I get there. So if you have to slow down, two opposing teammates are assisting somebody who has the inability to even walk, that started off in the same race in competition, but somewhere in the midst of competition they realize sportsmanship. And it's a shame to me that we have sportsmanship in every other sport but Christianity. And you can see me struggle and you put your mouth on me still. You can have what I need and refuse to help. You can see me struggling to give God praise and you just look your neck over and you'll go about doing your own business. Why don't you help? I wish there was somebody in here that would just give God a praise. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Now listen here, I want you to find somebody real quick, and I'm going to say, I don't know what you're in need of today, hallelujah, but I'm determined that I'm going to be sportsmanlike, hallelujah. It's not just about me, hallelujah, but I want to make sure that you make it to the finish line. Hallelujah. I decree and declare over your life. Hallelujah. The manifested presence of God. Hallelujah. You will win. You will make it. You will finish. You won't die. You won't be. I decree and declare over you that the blessings of the Lord, they make it you rich and they add no sorrow. I declare unto you that you are able to do exceeding and abundantly above all that you can ask or even think. I decree and declare over you that you can do all things through Jesus Christ who gives you the strength. I decree and declare unto you that I am your keeper. I am your brother's keeper. I won't let you die. Not in my presence. I won't let him talk about you. Not in my presence. I will stick up for you. Hallelujah. Because we are brethren. One of another. Hallelujah. There's no big eyes and little U's. I put down my title to come and help you. Somebody shout, yes, I will. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. There's somebody on your road. Hallelujah. But you got to help. Hallelujah. You gonna make it. Hallelujah. You gonna make it. Hallelujah. Your future is bright. Hallelujah. God has more in store. I said to Pastor Burton on yesterday, I said one of the most difficult things it has been since I moved to Statesville, hallelujah, was connecting with somebody in the city that didn't mind trying to help somebody else. And I said I was appreciative of her friendship, hallelujah, because every now and then, I don't care who you are and what your title is, hallelujah, you need someone physical, hallelujah, to help you along the way. And you can look at me like you don't need nobody, hallelujah, but that's why last night you were scrolling on your phone trying to find somebody to call, hallelujah, because the reality is you know you need someone. And how dare the body of Christ say that we are his body and we won't help one another. I said I want to bring the power back. If you want to bring the power of God back, you got to learn how to take off yours and pick up theirs. Take off yours and pick up theirs. Take off what you're going through and pick them up. Hallelujah. And allow God between the two. He said a 2 or 3 agree. Unfortunately, God has not been able to find connecting saints because we are in the same building, but we still ain't touching. Hallelujah. Iron can only sharpen iron if the two touch. Hallelujah. And I cannot be better unless you allow me in your life. So we must run. Second thing, we must run with endurance. There's a key to running. Is that when you're running at a fast speed, it creates a bit of wind resistance. And that wind resistance is air. And it begins to be a resistor. And so you have to make sure that you find yourself in the right air. What do you mean? Make sure that you find yourself in the right atmosphere, because every atmosphere is not conducive to your growth. Some atmospheres will, they in your presence, but they want to tear you down. Hallelujah. You know how it is when you go over to family's house. Hallelujah. Sometimes family can be the greatest critics of what God is doing in your life. out that you have nothing but criticism because you're in the wrong air. Hallelujah. I thank God that the Will Worship Center is good air. Because if I'm ever gonna run the race, I got to make sure that I'm running with the wind on my side. And it's not against me, but it's pushing me. I thank God for God's air being in my back. Hallelujah. Come on, can you thank God for the air of God? Hallelujah, that's not in front of you, but it's behind you. Hallelujah, it's pushing you into your destiny. Hallelujah, you thought you were going to close up shop. Hallelujah, you thought you were going to throw in the towel. Hallelujah, but the air of God gives you another wind. Hallelujah, when we begin to talk about the winds of God. Hallelujah, and they begin to blow. I declare in this house, receive the wind of God. The wind of God. The wind that causes you to run through troops. The wind that causes you to leap over walls. Hallelujah. The wind that causes you to step up when people want you to fall down. It's the wind of God. Last thing that the scripture tells us one, that we are to lay aside every weight and every sin. Secondly, it tells us that we ought to run this race with endurance. And then the third thing, it tells us that we ought to look unto Jesus, who is the author and the finisher of our faith. Listen, he's already accomplished what it is that you're trying to accomplish.
Yes.
And so I thank God that I don't have to look for him back here.
That's right.
But he's ahead of me. And so when you're running, they say that if you want to get your pace up, that you don't look down.
Right.
But you continue to look up.
Yes.
What am I looking at? The author.
Yes.
What are you looking at? The finisher.
Yes.
Why are you not watching everybody else?
That's right.
Because I remember Peter
Come on now.
when he was walking on the water.
Yes.
He was looking at God. But when he started to look at everything else, he began to fall. I want to ask you, what have you been looking at?
Wow. Yes.
Because Facebook will fool you. It'll make you think that people are doing stuff. Make you think you're behind time. Make you think you got to learn how to look at your author. You got to learn how to look at your finisher. Everybody standing on your feet. I'm 7 minutes behind. Father, I declare over these people now that the power of God remains in them. I ask for the dunamis power to erupt in their bodies. I speak to their spirit, man, that they will not be discouraged in this year, in this month, in this hour, and in this time. I speak now that you would add super to their natural and give them supernatural power. Come on, can you feel it? Come on, come on. Come on, allow it to brood over you. The power of God. Let it mist over you. That thing you've been contemplating doing, don't do it without the supernatural power of God. Don't look at other people, but my focus is on my author. He's the one that wrote out the plan for my life. He said, before I formed you, I knew you. And the plan that I have for you, come on, some of you need to look back at the blueprints. Look back at the blueprints of your life that God has planned out for you. I know you took some wrong turns, but let me tell you, God has the power to put you back on course. Come on, receive it in the name of Jesus. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is strength in the name of Jesus. Receive it today. The power of God. Receive it today. Receive